We all have somewhat dysfunctional families. Maybe grandpa gets blasted at the function and decides to start yelling slurs, or maybe your mom starts breaking down crying because you dropped out of college and started selling pictures of your butthole on the internet. Well, whatever it is, no family's perfect. But what if I told you there was one family in particular who put the function in dysfunctional? And that family would be, of course,
Taya's my wife and Alicia's my girlfriend.
And vice versa. Alicia's my wife and Taya's my girlfriend.
I just want to reach to the phone and be like, what's your problem?
Well, I don't feel like our relationship is where it was.
Trying to deny my feelings for Lex. I'm scared of what that means.
Nothing's changed, so I don't know why we're trying again.
boy, do I love these shows. God damn, the content makes me into a little goblin, just trying to gather up all the fucking drama that I can and put it in my little bag. Let's go over a little lore dump. So Sean and Taya were together for 6 years before this current relationship. No kids together. And Alicia and Tyler were together for 11 years and had 2 kids before this relationship. Now, all of this is taking place recently, but they had previously been together for about 4 or 5 years. I can't remember exactly, but it was a long time, which really brings into question the fidelity of this relationship and what their true motives are. Because as I go on through this video, you're going to realize that these people are not good together whatsoever. Jealousy is a reoccurring theme in this show, mainly from one person, but it has spread throughout in various ways the rest of the group. The main person we're going to be focusing on, which is the core of most of the problem when it comes to jealousy, is Alicia.
At the beginning of our exploration into like non-monogamy, I had a lot of curiosity around like what my partner was doing with other people. Then there were lots of times that I would ask questions and then be really upset about the answers because I am a competitive person. I do compare myself to other people. Like I think about.
She started dating Sean in the beginning. Tyler and Alicia were together, Sean and Taya. They had a foursome, which is how they ended up meeting. Alicia and Sean ended up dating afterwards. So it's just kind of weird to me that if you're that type of person that is that jealous, why you would even initiate the whole thing to begin with. I'm not really sure.
I feel like there's an undeniable physical attraction between them. It almost looks like they're more in love than him and I.
Again, it just strikes me as odd that this is an issue in the first place. But you come to realize as you watch the show that it's less so that they are a quad pair, much more so that they are individual pairs that are just sleeping with each other. And it seems like this group of people is more obsessed with sex than actually even being together in the first place.
I have always really bonded over our intimacy, and that's how we connect, but we haven't been able to do that since I've been healing from surgery, and it kind of leaves me feeling insecure because I don't know how else to connect with him when what we would normally do is not an option.
So this clip is Taya talking about Tyler and her talking about ever since she had a baby that they really haven't gotten freaky with it. And she's just kind of bummed out because that's the only way they really, not necessarily communicate, because obviously they still talk, but the only way they feel connected together, which again is super odd. Until you realize that throughout the entire relationship, it's mainly just between them two, at least, only intimacy. I mean, of course they talk and, you know, they communicate. But at the end of the day, whenever you see those two interact, it tends to have sexual undertones. And on a side note, I do think it's funny that both Sean and Tyler seem to give Taya more attention because she's, quote, freakier in bed than Alicia, which causes Alicia to get all upset because no one wants to sleep with her because, according to Sean, she's too vanilla. And this all causes a whole subcategory of conflict in the relationship. But let's move on. Now, I just want to add in a couple more plot points for this show just to really prove my point that these people are not in a healthy relationship at all.
So how would you two describe your relationship?
I think our relationship is we live together, we have mutual partners, and we parent together. But if we weren't in this situation, we probably wouldn't be friends.
You can tell that this man is hurt. And to me, again, this whole relationship is just odd because it doesn't really seem like anyone really gets along. No one's really dating each other, and the only people who are actually dating are the husbands dating the other person's wife. No one else. The girls aren't in a relationship together, and the guys aren't in a relationship together. So essentially, it's just swinging with extra steps.
I don't know, just a casual text that comes through that says blood type. All I could think of was like, damn, Tyler, you gotta freaking think before you send text. Like, for something like so big to be just like a nonchalant text is just, it just feels real crappy. I don't know, it's just like, I just want to reach for the phone and be like, what's your problem? How are you not thinking about it?
The way you're talking to me right now, it's just, it brings back everything else. We have these parenting conflicts. Dude, you don't need to parent me. I don't need that. We're grown men. Let's figure this out.
Yeah, but like, maybe if I was parenting you, that would have happened.
So for context behind this clip, essentially what happened, it's kind of what I was talking about before, paternity. So essentially, Tyler and Taya took their newborn kid to the doctor, got some vitals from that doctor, and Tyler texted that to the group chat. Sean thinks he did it on purpose because apparently Sean was able to find out the biological father from the blood type, and the biological father was not Sean. So that caused a chain reaction and led to this moment. Now, I'm not going to show the whole thing, obviously, but my main point is that this is not the first time, because both of them talk about how throughout the entire relationship, stuff like this always happens, where they are always at odds with each other. They're always arguing and they don't really get along. And again, it just begs the question is why? Why even be in this relationship? Why do all this? Why essentially suffer through this whole thing for some fucking pussy? Because that's really what it comes down to. That's the only reason I can think they're doing it. I mean, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, every time they argue, they just go back to their respective wives, or the wives go back to their respective husbands. They really don't talk amongst each other when there's problems. At least that's what they show on the show. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are a great couple, and maybe the TV show is just using clips cut out of context, because we all know reality TV shows do that. But I truly feel like this isn't necessarily just for drama. I mean, I've seen a lot of TLC shows. They love drama, but this seems like it's deeply rooted into the foundation of their relationship.